Hello, it's Sandra, and welcome to today's live. I just want to welcome all the new members that joined the I Do in the Caribbean Facebook group, and I hope you can get some good information about planning your destination wedding. As I said, I'm Sandra. I'm the admin for the I Do in the Caribbean Facebook group, and I'm a destination wedding specialist. And what I do is help couples plan their destination wedding in Mexico or the Caribbean. So if you're looking for someone to help you with planning your destination wedding, please reach out to me. So one of the topics wanted to cover today is actually destination wedding packages, because that to me is very important. And you need to understand what's included in the wedding packages before you commit to your date at the resort, just to make sure that it's going to fit your budget. So this is something that I think is key in when you're doing the research and picking the destination, is also looking at the wedding packages to make sure it's going to fit your budget, because it can be quite expensive if you really don't know what's included and all what the additional cost is going to be for you to have that wedding of your dreams. So that's definitely something that I think we need to look at. And I'm going to just go over 3 different wedding packages by 3 different resort brands, just to give you an idea of what's included in them and what you need to add. And these are things that you need to include when you're doing your budget. So your destination wedding budget, if you're planning a destination wedding, the first thing I would always suggest is to have a realistic budget. When I mean realistic budget, try to put everything down that you think you need to spend for this wedding. So part of your wedding budget would be the cost of accommodation. If you're going to go to the resort, are you going to pay for your room, your parents' room, your kids' room? That's all part of your wedding budget, because that's something you definitely have to pay for. Your airfare. Also, I'm going to put the wedding package in here. We're going to talk about that in detail. The wedding extra, because along with the wedding package, we're going to have extra, whether it's going to be decor, entertainment, videography, photography, makeup. All these things are not included in most wedding packages and have to be added on so you can get a good realistic number of what that cost is going to be. Your wedding attire, whatever you're going to need to buy up here before you get to the destination, that's all part of your wedding budget, because that's money you have to spend on this wedding. Welcome gift, if you're deciding to have gifts, you're going to be giving gifts to your guests when you get to resort, what that costs. Tours and activity. A lot of the wedding couples that I work with like to have some kind of either a welcome reception or a group tour or a catamaran cruise. So whatever those activities is going to cost additionally, you should add all that to your wedding budget to come up with a number that is going to be what your budget's going to be. So wedding packages. The first resort I'm going to talk about is the Royalton Resort. I've had a few weddings at a Royalton Resort, so I kind of know their wedding package already. But also what I want to say before I start is most wedding package is going to include an on-site wedding coordinator. So when you get on property, they're going to be there to guide you through the wedding and the wedding events. And also you're going to have a resort's going to have a wedding planner, meaning that this is the person you're going to meet with on a monthly basis to go through the details of your wedding. So most wedding packages are going to include that. And most wedding packages are for symbolic weddings. And symbolic weddings mean that you are already getting married in the country that you're leaving, and you're just doing a symbolic ceremony, versus a legal wedding in which you actually are getting married on the resort, because that will come with additional costs. Meaning that you have to get a judge, you got to get license and certificate. If you're in Mexico, you have to get blood work. So those I'm not covering, because I'm only covering symbolic wedding, because most of the wedding packages, that's what they include if you're just doing a symbolic wedding on resort. So that will be included with most of these packages. Most packages will have a ceremony. Have a location. We're going to have the ceremony, a location for your cocktail, including cocktail and reception. So most of these packages will include the basic stuff you need to have a wedding. It's what the package costs, how many people are included. It's going to differentiate the packages that I'm going to go over. So Royalton is a popular destination. There are multiple Royaltons all over in the Caribbean. So there's at least 4 Royaltons in Jamaica. There's a lot of Royalton in Mexico, in DR, in Antigua, in Grenada. So if you're looking for a resort that is in different locations, that would be this would be a good resort to pick. And also with most of these wedding packages, no matter which country you're in, most of them are named the same. The cost might be a little bit different depending on the country you're in, but most of the packages will include the same thing. So if you see one wedding package, it's going to be the same if you're in Mexico or in Jamaica or in Antigua. The only difference is, like for Royalton, if you're in Jamaica, they have an add-on called the Jamaican Experience. So it'll give you more of Jamaican feel, meaning that you'll have a mental band playing, you'll have Jamaican food on the menu. If you're in Mexico, they might have a Mexican experience in which they would have a mariachi band. So they'll have different touches to the wedding packages depending on what country you're in. But for the most part, all the wedding packages will look the same, but the cost might be a little bit different depending on the country you're in. So the most popular wedding package is the refined package, and for Royalton Resort. So it includes the cost for 30 guests, and it starts at about $399. So it starts at $4,000. And what's included in this package? In the refined package, there's enough there for you to, I'm sorry, this is smaller. If you need these slides, please email me or text me or DM me, and I'll send the actual file to you so you can see it clearer, and also I'll upload them also to the I Do in the Caribbean Facebook group, so everybody will have access to this. So for the refined package, get my refined package, it includes everything you need to have a wedding. So you're gonna have the ceremony, you're gonna have the location, you're gonna have a sound system so you can play your pre-recorded music. It's actually gonna come with a bridal bouquet and a boutonniere for you and the groom. You're gonna have a cocktail hour, so you're gonna choose from 3 hors d'oeuvres, 1 hour standard bar service. You're gonna have a sound system if you want to put your, hook it up to your iPad and play some music during the cocktail hour. You'll have a private reception, so it's gonna be either buffet style or family style serving. You'll have a standard bar. You'd have a 2-tier wedding cake, and it'll be round tables. So all these will come with round tables and white linen. So that's a basic setup. So that's what you get for the $399.99. Additional guests, so if you have over 30 guests, will be $80 for adults and $40 for each additional person that's going to be at the wedding. So that's something definitely to think about. If you're having over 30 people, how much more it's going to cost you to have additional guests. Also, if guests is not staying on the property and they coming off property, what is the cost for them to get a day pass to come onto the property? Because that's an additional cost. And as I said, this is just a basic wedding. So you can actually get married and have a ceremony, a cocktail, and a reception on this price. Doesn't include a lot of the other things that you're going to need, like entertainment, whether you're going to DJ, if you want to have more flowers and decor at the reception. Doesn't include any photography, videography. So there's no makeup on here or here. So if you want to do that, that's going to come at additional cost. So, this is one of the not basic, but this is one of the more popular one, because people start at the $399 and build up depending on what they want to have, additional things they want to add to their wedding. So that one, next one down here, exclusive wedding, that one starts at $10,900 and includes 40 guests, but includes more. You're going to get a soloist playing at a cocktail hour. You're going to have like a pre-wedding event. You're going to have a 2-hour barbecue party. You're going to have 4-hour private reception. You're going to have, so this one includes more additions, but obviously you're paying more. You're starting at $10,009 for 40 people. So, and it still doesn't include any videography or any photography. So, this is the 2 packages that I see here, but the one that I would suggest would be the refined wedding package. You start at that one and you build on that. So that is for the Royalton Resort. And this is something I was talking about. They have the add-on, like the Jamaican Experience on the bottom here. That's additional $3,100 if you want to have this Jamaican Experience. You're going to have a live, like, mental band. You're going to have a 1-hour private cocktail, which includes Jamaican food. So it's going to be geared to you experiencing Jamaica at your reception. So that's the additional cost. Also, if you want to do a bridal suite, that's the additional cost. If you want to do late night food station, they'll include that. If you want to do a welcome party, these are things that's going to cost a little bit more when you're planning your wedding. So if these are things that you want, make sure when you reach out to the resort, or if any resort that you're thinking about having your wedding, make sure that you get all these additional costs. So you can add them all together so you can get a really good picture of what it's going to cost you to have your wedding there. So the second resort I'm going to talk about is the AM Resort. And I really do like the AM Resort because I do host a lot of weddings there, mostly at the Dreams Resort, because that is a family-friendly resort, and it's just very popular with a lot of the couple that I'm working with. But for the Dreams Resort, these are the brand they have. They have Zoetry, Secrets, which is adults only, Breathless, which is adults only, and Dreams, and Now are both family-friendly resorts. So these are the different resort names they have. They are located. There is no Dreams in Jamaica. I wish there was one, but there isn't. But Dreams is in DR, and they're in Mexico, and they're in multiple locations, whether you're in Cancun, Tulum, Los Cabos, they're all over the place. So there's multiple places to choose from if you're looking to have a wedding at a AM resort. Their most popular package is the Ultimate Wedding Package. And for the Ultimate Wedding Package, which that's what most of my guests are choosing, it comes with everything, as I said before, that you really need to have a wedding. And what I like about it is, and you have to make sure when you look at these wedding packages that it says private, because sometimes it's not, the area that they put you for your reception or cocktail might not be too private, and then you see too many onlookers at your wedding. So just make sure that it's private, so you have a private area that you're going to have your wedding event. So they have private 1-hour cocktail, a private dinner reception. You also get a live Mexican music trio at the cocktail hour. It comes with 50 full photo and a wedding album, and it comes with 30 minutes of videos from the ceremony. So this is a little bit more than what the other one was offering. It also comes with hairstyle and makeup for the wedding couple. So that is something that is great to make sure you have, and it includes everything you need for a wedding. So it starts at $37.99 for 20 guests, and each additional guest obviously is going to cost you more money. And if you want to, I would say get more photos or get more videos, then you have to pay additional to get that. But it's enough here for you to have your wedding. And as I said, the Dreams, the Ultimate Package is the one that most of my couples are going for. But the other package that I think, if you have time, is the Beyond Memorable Package. And that package starts at $7,500. But the reason why I like that package, because it includes so much more. This is the Beyond Memorable Package. It includes a lot more, and it's for 50 to 79 guests. But the thing is, with this particular Beyond Memorable Package, you need to book this a year in advance. You can't just book it 6 months out. You have to book it a year in advance. Otherwise, you can't get this package. So, it starts at $7,500 for 50 to 79 guests. If you're having over 50 guests attend your wedding, then this is really a really good package for you to have. It includes extra decor for the altar or whatever you choose to where you get married. So for your ceremony location, they're going to put in more decor in there. You're going to have a sweetheart table for the couple. So it does include a lot of extras, especially when you're dealing with 50 to 79 guests for that. So if you go 80 to 100 guests, then it goes to $11,999. So I don't want to scare anyone, but having a destination wedding can be cheaper. But if you want to have that dream wedding, it really is going to cost you to add the extra stuff that you need, because this package does not include any entertainment or any like if you want a DJ or if you want videography or photography, it's not included in this package. But it's just something to know if you're going to have a big wedding and you think you're going to have over 50 people and you want to do it at a Dreams Resort or a Now Resort, this might be a really good package to have. But the key is you need to book it 1 year in advance. The other resort that I'm going to talk about is the Playa Resort. And this is the Hyatt Ziva, which is For kids, it's family friendly. Sorry, Hyatt Zilara resorts are adult only. We have the Hilton Resort and we have the Panama Jack, and these resorts are located in Mexico, also DR, and in Jamaica. And I think these are a great resort. The service is good, the food is good, that you can have your destination wedding. The most popular wedding package is the lavish and opulent, and that is for 20 guests, and it starts at 5,000. So now the dollar value is going up. For just 20 guests, it's going to cost you $5,000 just to have your wedding. But includes hair and makeup, definitely a private 1 hour cocktail, a private 3 hour reception. You're gonna have your bouquet and your boutonniere. They get a couples massage for 25 minutes. Natural floor centerpiece for the ceremony table, and that's really what it includes. You're gonna have your cake, but it doesn't include anything additional. So this package starts at a higher price, and each additional guest is probably $100 more. So it's less guests. It's 20 guests for 5,000, and we still have to include more decor. We still have to include videography, photography, entertainment. So I just want to make sure I'm giving you a good idea of what these packages cost. So this is the lavish and the opulent package, and then there's another package called the luxury one that starts at $10,000, and that's for 40 guests. But you get a lot more inclusion in this. You get professional photographer doing the ceremony. You get solo musician or a guitarist or a violinist doing the ceremony. It chooses to have it at a gazebo. It comes with a white fabric and rose petals down the aisle. So it gives you a little bit more inclusion, and that is what it costs. It means for 40 people, it starts at $10,000. So definitely, when you're looking at these resorts, you have to make sure that you really have the right budget, because the wedding package, can surprise you when you start adding up the costs. But you really need to be able to look at multiple wedding packages across different resort to see which one will fit your budget and which one has the best inclusions for you. So, what you need to consider when you're looking at the wedding package, always look at how many people it covers. I mean, most of them, as I said, either cover 20 or 30 guests. So that's where you're starting out. If you're going to have guests that are not staying on a resort, how much does it cost for your outside guests to come and attend the wedding? Because that's an additional cost. Most time, if I'm the couple and I have the wedding in a certain location and my guest is not staying there, they have to pay for the cost to get on the resort, because everything is happening on the resort. If they choose not to be there, I'm not going to be the one to foot the bill for them to come to the resort. I will pay for the wedding, for them to be part of my wedding count, but not for them to get on the property. So that's something to think about. Can you use outside vendors? That's a very big question. A lot of resort, they charge you like $1,000 if you want to bring your own photography, hair and makeup if they're not staying on property. So that can be a very large cost, and you need to know if what is the cost if you want to bring someone in, an outside vendor, other than what the resort recommend to do, to service you for your wedding. So that's definitely something you need to think about. The decor, what kind of decor you want. You want uplights, you want more flowers, you want centerpieces for the tables, you want runners, you want table overlay. I mean, that cost can go up and up depending on what kind of vision you have for your wedding. So definitely, when you're looking at the wedding package, always request what the additional costs are for the things that you want, you're going to want at your wedding. Do you want a lighted dance floor? That could run $1,000. DJ could run easily $1,200, depending, for 3 hours, depending on which resorts you're in. So that will definitely be something you really need to think about. And as I said, the cost for videography and photography, because if you're going to do a destination wedding and you're not having videos and photos, I mean, how are you going to savor this moment, relive it over and over again? I always suggest, video or photography is definitely a key thing you want to consider having your budget, because that's the only way you're going to capture your memories in a more professional way than just having your guests taking pictures on their cell phone. So definitely, these are the items that are sometimes not on the wedding, that are not in the wedding packages, that you need to add on to get a complete picture of what's going to cost you. And I don't leave out hair and makeup in here, because most times they're not included in the wedding package. Some packages might have it, but that's something you need to add. What's the, what the hair and makeup's going to cost you when you get when you're getting married. So other resort that I can mention, I have a wedding in October at a Sandals Resort, and Sandals Resort really don't have wedding packages. If you stay 3 nights, if you book 3 nights, you can have a free wedding there, and you have unlimited guests. So if the couple book a room and they have 10 guests coming, all the guests can attend the wedding, and they do give you a ceremony, a cocktail, and a reception. And you get the basic, the white linen tablecloth and the Shivari chair. The only thing you have to do is, if you want to customize your wedding, that's when you will spend a little bit extra to have the decor you want, to have the entertainment you want, to have the flowers and the videography. So Sandals to me is a very good bargain if you're looking to have a simple wedding and you can invite as many people as you want, as long as you're on property. It's not costing you extra for them to attend your wedding and for them to be part of your event. So that's something you can think about if you're looking for a resort brand to have your wedding. And all these different brands that I talk about, they all have a free wedding option. So if you're doing a wedding for just the 2 of you, or say maybe 4 people, they start at very low rate. Sometimes it can be free. If you book 7 nights or more, you can get a free wedding. But you're going to get basic. They're not going to be private. It's just going to be you getting married at a location, and you probably have you probably have drinks right there where you have the ceremony, and then you'll just have dinner in a restaurant. But if that's all you want, then that could be free, and you could really have a wedding. So definitely is something to think about if you are getting married. Is definitely the wedding budget is going to be a very big key to getting married and seeing if you can afford to have a destination wedding. As I said, I'm Sandra Morris. I do help couples plan their destination wedding in the Caribbean or Mexico. So if you are looking for someone to help you, go through all these different wedding packages, help you in finding the right resort that fits your personality for the wedding you're looking for, please feel free to reach out to me, and I'll be more than happy to help you. And, I'll be back here next week, just giving you some information on planning destination wedding. And if you have any specific questions or any topic that you'd like me to cover, send me a DM, send me a message, and I'll be more than happy to cover that for you. So until next week, have a great week, and I will see you again next Monday.